What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, and Jan.
Today.
RedoptionAgency.com. 23 years selling full-time on eBay. You know, it's 23 years this month. On August 27th, I believe, was the day I opened up the eBay account and started.
Is that 2 weeks after we got married?
I
think.
Around
Yeah.
It's been, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a 23rd wedding anniversary, right?
I don't know.
2001.
I have to look. Yeah.
I have to look at the thing on the wall. I think the date is the 13th. I'm not sure. I always get it mixed up with your dad's birthday, but that's all right.
We're going to take a look at what sold this weekend. She likes to see what sold because she's the one that goes to the bins more often than me lately. So she can see stuff to know that her stuff that she's finding is moving and what to keep an eye out for when she is there. So, and she's got a good eye anyway. We're up to 4,800 items for the last 90 days, and that's up from 2,700 when eBay was having like consistent issues. And before I got back into the volume game, we were only at 27. So we're
moving.
Yeah, it's getting up there, getting back. It used to be at a 6,000 before eBay went into the promotions and all that stuff. So getting back close to 6,000. That's 2,000 items a month I used to sell.
You did see that quirky thing today where odd number showed up on list when we were doing our drafts. I took pictures today, and it was weird. I was doing in sets of 10.
She was taking some pictures today, but then I was listing some stuff, and I had done everything in sets of 10. But when I went to list 10 items, then I would have 3 items vanish out of my drafts, just gone. So as I've been listing this past week, I've noticed that I'll go through a stack, and as I'm going through it, there'll be an item that's just gone out of my draft. I'm like, I know I took a picture for this. Why is it not there? And so I couldn't figure out what was going on, how it was being deleted, but apparently it's being deleted when I upload items. It's deleting other drafts. So that's kind of
defeating its purpose, and that's also defeats your gung-ho to want to get as many items up,
right? So
you don't get them all up, and who knows, it could be a big dollar.
Right now we're at 1,300 drafts, so let's see what's sold, shall we? So of course it's going to be a lot of the normal stuff. Hats and CDs.
We picked up a lot of media the last couple of times that we went. I even had Alex go with me a few times, and he was instrumental in putting the vinyl together, matching up, making sure the right ones were in the right covers, check the condition of them for me, and vinyl's very heavy in the shopping cart, very heavy.
But even this hat's been in the store, you can tell by the background, 7+ years.
Checkered, yeah.
So even the old stuff's still moving. And a lot of these are going to be like this person, buy 2, get 2 free.
Using the coupon.
Keep him from biting himself. But there's still people who's coming in buying the onesies, so like both of these were onesies. Even the onesie DVDs. And I had upped my shipping from $4.50 to $4.99 since I was doing the buy 2 get 2. This Claiborne hat.
We are in line with the rest of the resellers out there because I did buy a pair of Levi's on eBay, and I said to James, I go, holy cow, I better be able to steal these with a good offer because they charge $10 for shipping. And he said, that is really what it costs to ship nowadays. So I've been out of the loop as far as postage prices.
I just put this one up today.
Well,
some Converse. And then we got that Marvin Gaye promo single. What was it? $41.99, I think was the offer.
Right.
I took $41 or $41.99, one of the two.
Still a lot of good cassettes.
Cassettes have taken over hats and such now when it comes like what is today, the 4th. Let me go to sales, and we'll just do this month. It's a few days in this month. And I'll do all the sites. CD, no, it's back down now. It was beating hats. Last month it beat hats. Let's do last month. I think it was last month. Let's see here. Crap, what did I just... I know I'm not going crazy. I don't know what I was looking at, but what I looked at, it's cassettes had jumped up.
Still up, and I'm not sure if that's because of your sale.
Yeah, that's why it's really... Dude, what was I looking at? Because I was shocked.
We've also cut back though on like James is really focused on media. He just quit getting it up, and with having all this excess media with the vinyl and everything,
Yeah.
plus the vinyl he picked up at yard sale.
So I got most of the rest of it pictures taken today on that.
Still got a few boxes in my living room.
And then I've also told you I've been buying it. I bought a couple of lots on eBay. So a metal lot, that's these right here, and then that R&B wrap lot. That was the Tupac and the Marvin Gaye and stuff. Just to get some faster moving items in the store to kind of promote the buy two, get two. And it seems to have helped.
Dear Bradley bag.
It's a bigger messenger bag that goes over your shoulder.
That was a bin find.
And another vinyl from that yard sale. And this was a vinyl lot somebody bought, buy two, get two. This is one that's been in the store for 6+ years. Because that's when you used to take pictures of vinyl and you'd sit them up back there before I showed you the other way of doing it.
Easier way.
This person bought these two hats and nothing more, and I got buy two, get two free on hats, but they didn't want to get two others for free, I guess. So, okay.
Oh my God, a cassette you took an offer on.
Yeah, as far as I go, is $3 on them.
It used to be $5.
Well, when I was doing the free shipping, everything was like $6.99.
Right.
So even at $3, I'm making $1 more.
Mm-hmm.
So because it's 5, 6, 7, 8, so it's $7.99 instead of $8.99 or $6.99. So
you got to do the math in many different ways just to make sure that you're still in the game.
But then, since all that other vinyl's going up, of course, it's selling vinyl that's been in the store for a while too, selling along with it all. I always notice that when you start listing, here's another one of the old ones that you used to take a picture of, that when you start stockpiling like a bunch of CDs or a bunch of vinyl, more of the stuff from the older stuff from your store sells also. So that's why there's so much media selling right now, since I've been honing in on the media.
I always get the Converse if they're Chuck Taylor, if they're in good shape, or if they're unusual color
patterns,
or an extra big size, because size is important. There are a lot of size.
I thought you said size don't matter.
When it comes to shoes, though, they're harder to find that size 14 shoe for men, at least. It's harder to find.
I'm going to have to watch that back and see what your face looked like when I hit that and made the noise. They actually canceled on that. But I put buy two, get two on my shot glasses, too, hoping that those things will start moving.
Maybe
and I still got, I got a box right outside here, and I found another box in storage of shot glasses I bought at Savers, and they had like they put like 6 or 8 in a bag for like $2.99, and it was like somebody's collection. And with me with collections, I just bought them all. And they're upstairs in a box. I just found them.
And one thing to notice, I didn't have to go to the dentist this weekend, so I did not go to the bins either day. We have so much stuff here. I took some time out, worked on the pool, and took some pictures.
eBay buys have been kind of making up for that.
Oh, yeah.
One of these finally sold. There's one more left. You picked these up at Walgreens, right?
Yeah, when they cleared some at when I was at Walgreens, I think these might be Alex's or Adrian.
No, these have been in there for a while.
Right. They would clear them
plus.
out at 75%. Then we got our employee discount on top of that. So, I mean, maybe $2 at the most for some of the box sets.
But I think we had more of them, and they sold higher, and then I've lowered them over
Right.
time.
Right.
And you got a bunch of those like LOL stuff also
Yeah, I did
that
get
sold
some
quick.
of those that sold. Just the gift sets and stuff that you do get at Christmas. Now, unfortunately, CVS does not discount near as well. The discount I get on items is more, but they won't take a markdown less than 50%. So it's hard to make the money on the end caps.
Got this cool LL Bean. You probably bought that at the Benz.
Mm-hmm.
$17. This is probably something you picked up at the Benz.
It was an Athleta, so their stuff's usually a little more pricey. CD looks famous. Just the same stuff that I could find probably two of those Frank Sinatras.
That's what I like. All my low
go,
dollar stuff is selling at this rate. So, and I make $1.67 profit off of each one. So times that by the hundreds I'm selling for the month extra. So bring it on, get the stuff moving. And that's why it gives me motivation too, because even though I'm only making $1.67 a piece, you times that by however many selling. Plus, it's motivating me to go because when the stuff's moving, I get more into it. When it's not, and there's problems with eBay, you've seen it, where I'm just like more frustrated, and it's hard to get motivated.
eBay seems to be functioning at a much better rate this weekend. Now he said it had some stall time, which I guess they do their update or whatever they do.
Last night, about 7 p.m., everything just stopped.
But I do remind them that this is a weekend also because it's coming up back to school. I think it was a sales tax exempt weekend as well. So a lot of people are not online. They're out shopping. They're trying to get some
Saturday,
or
Friday, and Saturday was my biggest days of the month.
So if they couldn't afford the vacations this year, then maybe they were buying
$888 and $890. And then today we're at 9:30 p.m. tonight on Sunday, and only at 6:55. And I think it was about 12. Everything stopped again today. It was pretty good in the morning, then it stopped about 12, and then there was a couple of hours where nothing came through again. So got this Vampira down. Probably picked her up at the Benz or one of the Benz.
Vampirina.
Yeah, whatever her name is.
Needs batteries. But I can't tell you how many times I've picked up some of those same cassettes. So I just keep stacking
and
them and stacking them.
That's why I'm doing that. Move that stuff because it won't move any other way. So
if it's not damaged,
especially now with the economy, people still hurting. It kind of gives people a little something to buy.
And a Christmas items. And I spent a lot of time digging, sorting. Pee-wee made a high jump, I think it was. Was it a high jump that he did over James's bike in a box and a couple of toes? Went through the living room, hit like boxes of ornaments and stuff that I was in the middle of sorting. Broken glass everywhere. Oh, just to see James leave and go to the post office and look out that window.
He has to watches me leave and watches for me to come home.
Right. So I've got a pretty good sized barricade now, and the boys have actually made a barricade upstairs because he's been going up there looking for food and entertainment, I guess. Maybe he plays video games.
This weekend, though, it seemed like for some reason, he's attached more to me this weekend than he's ever been. So feels like he's really starting to get comfortable.
But we upped the dose of this season too, so that kind of mellows him every time we have to up the dose.
I had a lot of VHS sell this weekend.
Still get those. Still pick them
so
up.
That's why I'm putting up.
Oh, and too, they did change the price. They were a nickel. They were a nickel a piece at the bins now. Yeah. So one of the guys working there told me. So I do, and I separate them in my cart. So.
And then here was another lot somebody bought. So, and just common stuff. Independence Day, American Pie. I mean, and if you're paying a nickel a piece, I'm making $1.67 off of them. I mean, they're quick to list. Titanic even. Well, that is new and sealed, but
yeah.
Big Daddy though. I mean, Beautiful Mind, Patriot, just common.
Death Master D. Now this might be from some of the.
This is from the yard sale. Yeah, but I'm gonna sit down one day and just add up how much money I've made so far off that lot, because I was 200 and 10 times my money would have been 2,000. I'm way past 2,000. So, and I haven't even got
Oh my God,
half
it's
of
all
it
over the
listed yet.
place still. Yeah,
And this was a whole lot of that stuff that somebody
the
bought
12
today.
inch LP. And of course, that might be some of the
So
stuff
then
that I
somebody
think
bought
that,
older
yeah.
stuff. This was part of that lot too. Somebody had some rock mixed in.
I don't remember the Firefall.
No, this is
That's
old. You can
old
see it
because I can
standing
see the
up.
way it's
Yep.
listed.
So
And I'm the only one who
you would
buys
have took
8
picture
tracks
of that.
at the bins. I'm like, give them to me.
Yep, and a lot of 8-tracks.
Christmas. James found those. I wasn't for sure what that thing was. That citizenship.
They're little brackets, but they were all on that old card, so I figured somebody would like them. So, another CD from the metal lot I bought. These have been in the store forever. This was part of when I was doing the FYE stuff,
right,
and getting all the clearance items.
Clearance at the end and anything and everything. This I bought for James, the purple Crayola crayon. It's kind of made its way around.
Bought
in
it at the
office.
bins. It sat around in here forever.
Purple's our favorite color, and I did give James a little bit of a friendship here in the office. Vern sleeping. Northern Edge Hockey. I can't believe that Adrian didn't see that. Yeah, no bins for Adrian this weekend either. He was in a hockey tournament all weekend. Apparently it was a global. People came in from different parts of wherever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, big time. He said they always lose. They're not anywhere. They're never good. More ornaments. Taco Bell.
Always fast food employee stuff always sells. Shirts, aprons, hats, whatever you can find. Another piece from the metal lot.
Always grab the Latin music, definitely the orchestra,
anything that's kind
symphony,
of odd looking, yeah. International
classical music. It just.
I was looked the other day, and not much classical is sold lately.
No, but
when they do, they said they come in and buy a bunch. So.
I will grab the
game magazines
or guides to a Lego set or something somebody's missing. I'll even get a guide to a car or a vacuum cleaner.
I taught her well.
I mean, you don't know. I today had to test the pool and we couldn't find the guide thing with it, and I had to look it up on Google. Oh, that's old. You see that background on the checker?
I sold 3 game magazines. I don't know if the other one's going to show up on here because it was, I think, after these 2. Not everything shows up on here, so.
That's a good price on cassette. Was that sealed? No, it's pre-owned.
Where?
That Garth Brooks.
Oh, well, I took an offer. I don't remember what I took on it.
There's.
Somebody came in and bought a Michael Jackson buy 2, get 2.
Huh. You can never turn down Michael Jackson. No way.
That's part of my church sale.
And I went back. He sent me back up there like after we went on the Friday. He sent me up there on the Saturday.
No, that was the other church.
Oh, okay. That was the Korean church. Gotcha.
Yeah, the VHS tapes from that one on Bennington or whatever.
I had to get the
or McKelvey.
clothing. The one, the Korean one. That's the corner.
McKelvey Bennington.
It's where the roundabout is, right?
That's the one you went to.
That's the one I went to and got the clothing.
That was beginning of summer. Where I got the radio stuff, the vintage radio stuff.
They really got excited when I came in there to buy clothing.
You think you got like 100 pieces of clothing that day?
At least, yeah. We had quite a bit. Is that Van Halen vinyl?
No, CD. It was part of that metal set, but then they came in and still was this also, I think, and then but they added these 2 to it. Or no, it was this one and something else that ain't showing, I guess.
Is that
because I think, no, well, maybe it was City High because these part 4 were in a lot together. So that was probably, yeah, I think that wasn't it.
Belt buckle.
No, it's
No.
a hat pin.
Oh, hat pin.
Yeah.
Looks so big.
Yeah, I put buy two on all that smaller stuff. My photos, the pins, the shot glasses.
There's
Hoping
bags
that they'll
and
take
bags
off
and
like
bags of
the
pins that
media.
I just need to take the time to set them up on the table and just snap away. Picture, 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 picture. Blu-ray. I do grab Blu-ray. We used to be able to get a little bit more for Blu-ray. Now we just have to get rid of it. That's from the guy who dropped off at the house, James's follower. Well, I guess he's getting out of the business. So who do you go to? You go to the guy who sells the stuff.
Oh, there's the other game magazine. Okay. I thought it was newer. Maybe they paid later is what it was. No, stop scratching there. No. Stop.
Helferstay.
I don't want you to break it open.
Something else.
Stop. I'm going to push you over. And this was part of my metal lot, part of my wrap lot. And they bought those two and these two together. So buy two, get two. Another VHS. More old vinyl that's been sitting in the store forever. Magazine. I'm going to push you over. No. Stop. Stop. More vinyl from that yard sale. He's doing his neck now. His neck's fine. That's a lot of vinyl. Another piece from my metal lot I bought on eBay.
That was interesting. The LL Bean jacket. Or, yeah, it was
a
parka.
Store for a little bit.
Yeah, but you got it on the wood board, so it's...
Here's another hat that's been in the store 7+ years.
You can see the checkered background and the different front shots.
They bought, it was a hat lot. They bought these two and maybe just these two. Yeah, that was by itself, I believe. I think. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I pulled earlier. But
anytime you can see promo singles, I grabbed those. I think when I was with Alex, we even had some promo vinyl we got put together.
Some more from the Hard Rock lot I bought off of eBay.
Oh, hey.
You're going to tear up your tail. I've already had to cut a big portion of his tail off, or his tail hair off.
Is that older, or is that something recent?
Yeah, it's been in there for a while.
That's what I thought.
Because I don't even remember taking the picture or anything.
It doesn't even look familiar. Something.
So that's about it, I guess. There's another one that came from the yard sale lot. Muhammad Ali.
Oh, I kept saying to him, when are you going to put that stupid Barbie thing together and sell it? And then he changed his mind, decided to lot out the pieces. So
I paid $12 for it. I made so much money back piecing it out.
And it was easier than trying to assemble this big giant thing where
A lot of the pieces were faded too. As you can see, I put faded in there. So
I remember the big
Jurassic
Parks.
I think that came from Bill.
That may have. And then I'll grab the bags, and I want to make sure that it's a bag that's sellable. But if I'm running out of room and I need to separate, it's a good bag that I can jam all the hats into and make more room in my cart. Put it underneath.
This was from the church. All right.
Little river band.
That's old. Well, that's 240 in the last few days. So, all right. Well, that's all for we're going to call it a night. So thanks everybody for hanging out, and we'll see you all in the next video later.
Maybe Tuesday. I'm off.
Oh, cool.